Listen, if your bank account is doing that thing where it's like, hey man, I'm fine, and then your rent hits, and it immediately turns into a crime scene. If you're broke, stressed, and you've tried budgeting before and it made you feel worse, this is for you. Because most budgeting advice is basically, step 1, download this spreadsheet. Step 2, become a different person. No, today I'm giving you a system that works when you're broke, not when you're pretending you're a tech CEO who meal preps quinoa for fun. By the end of this, you will have a simple 3-bucket budget you can set up in about 10 minutes. No spreadsheets, no perfect tracking. No, I spent $4.13 at a gas station, so I need to log it. This is the budget for real life. When you're broke, budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about not getting surprised, repeatedly, like a cartoon character stepping on rakes. Because broke life is basically, you get paid, you blink, and suddenly you're eating a tortilla with peanut butter saying, I like it like this. No, you don't. You're adapting. Most budgets fail because they try to make you track every dollar before you have control of the big stuff. And the big stuff is what's killing you. Like when people say, just stop buying coffee. I'm not broke because of coffee. I'm broke because my car needs a new transmission. My rent costs too much. And my dentist said, we should talk. So here's the goal. Control first, details later. Here's the whole system. 3 buckets. That's it. If you can handle 3 buckets, you can do this. Bucket 1 is bills. Bucket 2 is essentials. Bucket 3 is goals. And I'm going to show you exactly what goes in each, how much to put in, and how to set it up even if you get paid weird, like every other Tuesday when the moon is full. Bills are fixed costs, stuff that shows up every month. Bills include rent or mortgage, car payment, insurance, phone, internet, minimum debt payments, and utilities if they're predictable. Here's the rule. Bills get paid first, always. Because bills are the difference between I'm stressed and I am now living in my cousin's spare room listening to him play Call of Duty at 2 a.m. Your first job is to stop the bills bucket from getting robbed. Because what happens when you're broke is you're like, okay, I'll just spend a little here, a little there. Then you check your account and your bills money has been kidnapped. And you're standing there like a detective going, who did this? It was you. You did it. You were the guy. So bills money is sacred. Treat it like it's behind glass. Next, essentials. Essentials are the variable survival stuff. That's groceries, gas, meds, and basic household things, like toilet paper. And yeah, toilet paper is essential. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. You can't be out here living like a medieval peasant because you're trying to save. Here's the key. When you're broke, essentials work better as a weekly number, not a monthly number. Monthly budgets are for people with stability. Weekly budgets are for people who are actively fighting for their life at Target. So instead of saying, I have $400 for groceries this month, you say, I have $100 this week. Because weekly forces reality. Monthly lets you lie to yourself for 23 straight days. And essentials have a rule. Keep it boring. The broke person trap is turning essentials into entertainment. You're like, I needed food. And you spent $27 on chicken wings and a drink called Shark Attack. That's not food. That's a financial event. Now bucket 3, goals. This is where most people mess up. They don't make a goals bucket because they're like, I'm broke. I don't have goals. Yes, you do. Your goal is to stop living one surprise away from panic. Goals bucket is your emergency fund, extra debt payoff, saving for something important, anything that makes future you less stressed. And when you're broke, your first goal is a starter emergency fund. Not 6 months of expenses. Relax. That's like telling someone who can't swim, just cross the Atlantic. Start with $500 or even $200, something that stops small emergencies from becoming disasters. Because when you have zero emergency fund, everything becomes a crisis. Tire blows? Crisis. Dr. Copay? Crisis. Your dog looks at you funny? Crisis. Goals. Money is the difference between life happens and my life is over. Now let's set this up fast. 10 minutes. First, calculate your bills. Open your notes app, or a piece of paper, or write it on your arm like you're studying for a test. List your bills and total them. Rent, car, insurance, minimum payments, phone, internet. Then compare that total to your monthly income. If your bills are higher than your income, that's not a budgeting problem. That's an income or expense problem, and we'll handle it with a few moves in a second. Second, choose your weekly essentials number. Look at what you spent last week on groceries and gas. If you don't know, guess. Pick a number that keeps you alive, but doesn't make you feel like you're doing a prison challenge. Example, if essentials are $150 a week, that's your starting number. Then adjust after a week or two. Budgeting is not a one-time set it and forget it thing. It's more like steering a car. Small corrections. Third, goals gets what you can commit to. This is the part people overthink. If you can do $10 a week, do $10. If you can do $25, do $25. If you can do $1, do $1. Because consistency beats intensity. A tiny goals bucket is still a goals bucket. It's proof you're building control. Now, how do you organize the buckets without a spreadsheet? You've got options. Option 1, 3 separate accounts. Bills account, essentials account, goals savings. Option 2, 1 checking and 1 savings, and you separate it with labels in your bank app. Option 3, old school envelopes, cash in 3 envelopes. The point is separation. Because if everything is in one pile, your brain goes, money is money, and you start doing math like a gambler. You're like, well, technically I have enough for rent if I just don't eat for 9 days. No, we are not doing that. Here's the broke-proof rule that makes this work. Stop budgeting every dollar first. Start by protecting the bills' money. If bills are protected, you don't spiral. So the order is simple. Bills are locked. Essentials are managed weekly. Goals get a small, consistent deposit. That's it. If you do this, your money stops feeling like a horror movie where the villain is your checking account. Now, if you set this up and you're like, cool, my bills alone are 95% of my income, then your budget is not broken. Your situation is. That means you need one of 3 moves. Move 1, reduce bills, negotiate insurance, downgrade your phone plan, cut subscriptions you forgot existed, the ones you're paying for like premium meditation app. Brother, you don't meditate, you doom scroll. Move 2, increase income. Overtime, side work, sell stuff, not forever. Just long enough to get breathing room. Move 3, restructure debt if it's crushing you. Sometimes minimum payments are the chain around your ankle. But the first step is still the same. Get control of the buckets. Let's recap fast. Bills, fixed, paid first, protected. Essentials, weekly survival number, keep it boring. Goals, emergency fund first, even small is progress. Here's your easiest next step today. Open your notes app. Write bills, essentials, goals. Put a number next to each, then separate the money the next time you get paid.
If you want, comment the word buckets and I'll reply with a simple checklist you can copy. And in the next video, I'll show you how to find hidden money in your budget without doing anything insane like never enjoy life again. Subscribe if you want the rest of this series. All right, quick disclaimer. This is not financial advice and I am not your financial advisor. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm just a guy on the internet trying to help you get control of your money without losing your mind. Always do your own research and consider talking to a qualified financial professional before making financial decisions. And listen, if you're building your money from scratch, subscribe. I'm making beginner finance videos that give you the next step, not fluff. No guru nonsense. No wake up at 4 a.m. and manifest a yacht. Just simple moves that actually help. Hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.